it's difficult to explain just for me, and I'm not speaking for anyone else, but this, when you're young and you think of the old country and you think of the family and you think of these things, it's kind of mystical. You know, you don't really understand it, but we learn to appreciate it. And, you know, the past is important. We look back just as much as we look forward, and if we look back enough, we make things a lot easier looking forward. So, learning from history, cherishing our history and our heritage has always been important, not just as Lebanese, but, you know, as Americans or Chinese or from anywhere. You know, that's where we learn the lessons. And I was fortunate that I did have a sense of the past, and as we move forward, I liked old buildings. And living in Raleigh, I never understood why people didn't take or make more use of these great old buildings. And one day, as a hobby, me and my brothers and another good friend of mine decided to buy an old building in downtown Raleigh and redevelop it. And we figured that we may do one of these a year. Be a nice investment. It'd be kind of fun to bring back an old building. And we did our first building, and it was very public. It was a Jillian's, you know, it was 25,000 square feet, and you know, a lot of hoopla around it. We figured, well, now everybody's going to know what can happen in downtown and historic buildings, and we'll be finished. And
which year was this?
1996. And it wasn't the case. People really didn't understand the power of a downtown, of a core. Which is very interesting, because that's really the soul of any community. And over time, for the next 2 or 3 years, I was traveling back and forth to China, working with the Department of Commerce, and we'd pick up a building or two and renovate them. And then in 2000, you know, I just said, enough's enough. You know, we're going to do this full time until people get it. And we've done about 40 buildings in downtown Raleigh. All of them are historic, and we've tried to bring back what we really understood as children, was that Main Street in these small towns of Farmville and Roanoke Rapids and New Bern and so forth. They worked then. They worked 100 years ago. Why wouldn't they work today? Well, they would. It was just about refocusing the community on them. So we've renovated these buildings. We put offices on the first floor. We put retail and restaurants in the lower floors, and we've really worked hard to try to reestablish downtown as a destination and as a community.